Well, folks, I don't blame Mitch whatsoever to be concerned. I mean, obviously, he wants that Noma's title shot badly. He wants the opportunity to pick the Noma's championship next to this month. He does not want Vicious to do what he did to Guy Fieri and do to him next week at all. But folks, like I said earlier in the show, that tonight will be the last and final words from the Destroyer and G-Song for their thoughts of their encounter at Pandemonium in the main event. Let's go to G-Song his final thoughts when he faces the Destroyer at Pandemonium. Broly brings up a really good, valid point. And so far, those three teams, Brave, Vesperia, Lost Society, have... Oh, look at this! It's Sound Broly out of nowhere, just blindsiding James Crow for no reason, attacking our backstage broadcast colleague, James Crow.
Come on, what are they trying to prove here? This is just like what happened earlier today when Anna Tan took it out of her anger on Jessica. He's not a professional wrestler, he's a backstage announcer. Oh my, that tombstone pile driver on the concrete.
Oh, that he chokes him. Of course, we all know this is a calling card of the monsters of destruction. They always attack innocent people who are not even in their way, stopping them. Which of those attack people? They don't give a shit about human life. Look at this. However, a part of me wants to say that James Crow kind of deserved this for not having the back of Jessica when Anna Tan totally destroyed her when he just decided to cower away and run away from when that fight broke out in that interview.
Shut up, Brock. Come on, no one deserves that. Oh, we're just gonna thank goodness the monster destruction at least have ceased to stop the assault as of now. Man, that was just ruthless.
Ruthless indeed, but up next, of course, in a few moments from now, we're going to have Brave Vesperia challenge the Monsters of Destruction in a non-title matchup. And obviously, these two teams have not fought each other one-on-one yet. And so far, Brave Vesperia, in the past, they have beaten Lost Society and the Gridiron Greats. Two of the teams will be facing in the 3 Stages of Hell match at Pandemonium. But this team right here, up next, the Monsters of Destruction, they have not faced. And remember, folks, Brave Vesperia are undefeated, but their undefeated streak could come to an abrupt end against the Monster of Destruction, who, of course, could easily be their toughest test to date.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Is a tag team match. On their way to the ring, they are the current UWA Tag Team Champions, now residing in Istanbul, Turkey, by way of Turka Lumerous, Yuri, Lowell, and his partner, he's to the Avon, Raven. They are Brave Vesperia.
Of course, folks, if you don't know how a 3 Stages of Hell match works, at least at Pandemonium, it works like this. It's a 3-fall matchup. The first fall will be an Urban Rules match. Whoever team gets pinned, one fall to a finish, that whole team will be eliminated. Then the one comes down to 3 teams will become a falls come anywhere. Then when a team gets eliminated, then that team will be eliminated. They'll become the final fall to the last 2 participating teams in a TLC match where the towel belts will be suspended above high on top of that ladder.
Now introducing their opponents. Now walking down to the ring, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly and Perfect Cell. Together they are the Monsters of Destruction.
Of course, like I was about to say a few seconds ago, the TLC match where the final 2 teams may be. They'll fight a TLC match. Of course, the towels will be suspended high above the ring, and the only way to grab them is by coming up the ladder and grabbing those title belts. So that team maybe will walk up Ewan's Row of Pandemonium 11 and make history as the tag team champions. And it could be this team right here. We heard Cell say backstage that this year at Pandemonium is going to be about one thing: about rewriting the past. This year's Pandemonium will be about the Monster of Destruction regaining what was once theirs, what they lost at last year's Pandemonium in the Cell games, and they lost to the Gridiron Greats, and they lost the Tag Team Championships. This year, they want to go through the Brave Vesperia, the Monster, they want to go to the Brave Vesperia, the Lost Society, Goman and Gunter Wolf, and of course the Gridiron Greats to win back those Tag Team Championship belts. Of course, the big question going into Pandemonium, the 3 Stages of Hell matchup is the condition of Plaxico Burris. Oh, goodness, what intensity from this legendary Super Saiyan. Of course, you saw him to 45 of assault. You saw you go and just abduct Plaxico Burris, stash him away in some warehouse across the street from the arena. Shot him in the back of shot him in the leg. So Plaxico Burris went to sustain the same exact injury he sustained back in 2008 in that nightclub in New York City. But the question is, will Plaxico Burris' leg heal? Will he be 100% going into Pandemonium? Because if not, Plaxico Burris may have to sit out Pandemonium, and Michael Strahan may need a replacement partner, perhaps.
This Cell defeat on the ropes. Of course, after Nocturnal Emissions, which was indeed stolen by Ross River Mitchell, or I should say, promptly absorbed. But anyways, folks, if you haven't noticed, this is actually a very interesting matchup here because for both ends, first Brave Vesperia, as you said, Rockstock, are actually undefeated here in the UWA as a tag team. Oh, wait, I'll continue my point later. Cell! Oh my, these of spades! This can be all she wrote, folks. My goodness, Raven allowing Yuri Lowell to kick out by himself, in which he did. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, folks. Both these teams have a lot to prove. Brave Vesperia is out to prove that they can indeed hang with the big boys here and actually prove that they're not a fluke tag team and that they're undefeated as a tag team for a reason. And of course, the Monsters of Destruction want to prove that they can beat people, they don't just have to beat jobbers in order to get over here. So this is a very important matchup. They want to have this big win going into Pandemonium, of course, get that huge momentum.
Well, there's one part of that argument also that I would disagree with. I mean, he said that Vesperia needs to win this match to prove they're not a fluke tag team. Well, they've already proven already they're not a fluke tag team. They've already been, like I said, the Lost Society, you know, the Good on Greats numerous times already. So they've already proven they've been some of the top teams in the UWA.
But then again, Rocco, they have never faced the likes of the Monster of Destruction. Look at this, Raven tagged in here. These two big men going at it. It's gonna be interesting to see who comes out on top between Raven and Cell. Oh, this Raven going up top here. Oh my! It took way too much time. And Cell just knocked him off. Oh my goodness, just picks him up with ease and going for this running power bomb. Of course, you bet Broly was impressed with that. Now he wants to show his dominance here. My goodness! That huge Samoan drop right off the bat after that hot tag.
Yeah, we saw Raven try to run into Broly doing some type of huge offense, but then Broly's coming and threw him in the air with a huge Samoan ass drop and all that Uranagi by Raven there. Man, Raven somehow managing to bow back on that huge Samoan drop he was on the receiving end of. Look at this hip gyration by Raven, just rubbing it in. And that decided to wrong.
Anyways, like I said, folks, I mean, yeah, anyone can beat up the likes of, you know, James Crow, and of course, last week, the three jobbers, Fat Hardy, Evan Bourne, and Jobber, and Jobber won. What those guys were. And this is their chance, leading into Pandemonium, to show that they deserve to be in the 3 stages of the Hell match. And look at this, Yuri Lowell hooks the leg of Broly, and Cell breaks it up. Broly trying to come back, and oh my, that brings back with that running power slam. And of course, Raven in the match illegally, the ref trying to get order in this match.
It finally does. Now it's back to Yuri and Broly here. Because for something, Yuri's given up at least a foot and a half to Super Saiyan Broly. Dude, I mean, the size of it is just totally uncanny and unrealistic here. But look at this. And Broly going top, all that huge back suplex off the top rope there. It's just throwing Yuri right on his freaking neck. And now look at this. As huge touch on this leg, rubbing that. Oh, he's having a James Crow there. Huge choke slam. Now it's throwing Yuri in the corner here. He's double team moves by the Monster of Destruction here. Look at this. And oh my, that huge drop kick and that cool shot. Oh, wait a minute. And Yuri just kipping up here. And very uncharacteristic by Yuri. And somehow all of this fun gets a hot tag in the Raven into the House of Fire. Go over. Oh wait, oh look at this, so ducking it.
And now all we saw is a go, the Nocturnal Emission. The movie stole from Ross. Well, he didn't want to end it. He wants to add insult to injury. He's gone with this torture rack here. Oh my! Shock treatment. Oh my God, first broke his neck, then broke his spine. And Yuri, near fall. How the hell did Raven kick out of that? And without the assist from Yuri to break it up. I guess Cell was tired of Yuri trying to get the tag on the apron.
Oh my, just picks him up with that huge backdrop bottom. Man, Cell's throwing his powers, throwing his weight around, no pun intended, all over Vesperia here tonight. And somehow Raven is throwing his knees into play here.
My goodness, Rock, I mean, with Cell absorbing moves ability, can you imagine if he were to beat Raven here tonight if he could steal the bang and double D's?